Funding provided by Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fairway.com. And by
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.
Extreme Arena in Coralville, Iowa is the place to be today as it's Championship Thursday, and that's a look at one of the championship trophies being handed out today as we move to Class 2A. A look inside Extreme Arena as Hinton, the Blackhawks 30-2 overall, the 3 seed, taking on the Denver Cyclones, the reigning champions, the number 1 seed. Greetings, my friends. We're back. Eric Braley and Beth West. Hinton is good. They have been rolling all year. What do you like about this Hinton squad?
Hinton is a talented team. They know how to win. They just won a basketball state championship back in March, but they're going to face a quality Denver program. They've been a recent powerhouse in 2A. They're looking to defend their title.
Let's continue to set the stage for you so you can learn about these two teams. Hinton, 5th trip to state, and they have arguably one of the best players in the state of Iowa. Keep an eye on senior Bailey Boovy. She can do it all. Last year, a knee injury, but she's back and looking better than ever.
She looked fantastic in the quarterfinals, 28 kills, and then she followed it up in the semis with 30 kills.
And we mentioned state champs in basketball, Denver. It's hard to have the target on your back as defending champs.
Denver brings in a balanced attack, but they have senior Bailey Mullihan and her twin sister Grace, who bring a lot of firepower in the offense.
6th straight state tournament appearance for the Denver Cyclones. Let's go to the public address announcer as we meet these teams and have
Ladies and gentlemen,
ceremony.
the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union's Golden Plaque of Distinction Award is given annually to an Iowa coach who has demonstrated a successful career while making notable contributions towards school, community, and the coaching profession. Presenting this year's Golden Plaque Award is IGHSAU Executive Director Aaron Gerlich, along with Volleyball Administrator Ben Van Wyk. The 2025 recipient of the Volleyball Golden Plaque of Distinction Award is Maureen Heath of West Burlington. Maureen is just one of 6 coaches that have collected over 1,000 career victories. After starting her career in 1985 at Burlington Notre Dame, she later went on to lead Burlington High School to its only state volleyball tournament appearance. She went on to enjoy a stellar 23-year career at New London, taking the school to 8 state tournament appearances, including a run of 5 straight trips from 2005 through 2009. She now coaches at West Burlington. Maureen has been active in the volleyball community, serving on many committees and also earning many district awards. She's also a decorated track and field coach, having coached track and field at Burlington High School for over 20 seasons and was a recipient of the Golden Plaque Award in that sport. Athletics runs in Maureen's family, as her husband Larry has been the longtime softball coach for Burlington High School, while daughter Natalie was a softball All-Stater and is a member of the IGHSAU Softball Hall of Fame. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of the IGHSAU Golden Plaque of Distinction Award in volleyball. Congratulations to Coach Maureen Heath of West Burlington High School. Congratulations.
Congratulations on that well-deserved honor impacting all the sports. And now the lights are off. Let's meet these teams. our teams on the floor. Hinton fans, give it up for your Blackhawks. Denver fans, let's hear it for your Cyclones. All right, fans, it's now time to introduce our players and coaches. Today's 2A championship matchup. First of all, for the Hinton Blackhawks, here are your non-starters. Number 1, Peyton Beck. Number 2, Becca Lars. Number 4, Kimmy Hofling. Number 5, Taylor DeRocher. Number 7, Addison Dunkel. Number 11, Ashlyn Kramer. Number 14, Macy Charlson. And number 15, Rory Cook. Your assistant coaches, Emily Olsen and Aspen Coffey. Now here's your starting lineup for the Blackhawks of Hinton. A 5'9" freshman, number 6, Adeline Ortegren. A 6-foot freshman, number 8, Ellie Friesen. A 6-foot senior, number 9, Bailey Boovy. A 5'11" senior, number 10, Carlin Cavarna. A 6'1" sophomore, number 12, Raylan Kempema. And a 5'6" senior, number 13, Caitlin Hofling. Your libero is a 5'6" freshman, number 17, Brindley Boovy. Co-head coaches for the Blackhawks, Robin Moore and Kate Ortegren. And now, let's meet the team from Denver. Here are your Cyclones. Number 2, Mackenzie Simmons. Number 3, Addie Brahman. Number 4, Jillian Clayton. Number 6, Briley Ackerson. Number 7, Molly Tierney. Number 8, Aubrey Rattler. Number 11, Lexi Benham. And number 15, Addie Gleason. Your assistant coaches, Paul Gable and Megan Newbro. Now your starting lineup for the Denver Cyclones. A 6-foot senior, number 1, Channing Johnson. 5'8" senior, number 10, Madeline Hildebrandt. 5'11" senior, number 12, Bailey Mullahan. 5'8" sophomore, number 14, Adina Murch. 5'11" senior, number 17, Grace Mullahan. A 6'1" senior, number 18, Miley Thurm. Your libero is a 5'7" junior, number 5, Mackenzie McEwen. Head coach for the Cyclones, Jamie Johnson. Now, fans, let me introduce to you our officials for this 2A championship match. Our first referee, Casey Hoppy. Second referee, Jennifer Lewis. And your line judges, Vince Workman and Chris Rentz. All right, who's ready to win a state championship?
Outstanding coaches, student athletes, and officials. Let's look at the keys to the match.
our analyst Beth West. What's it going to take here to win a state championship for Hinton?
For the Blackhawks, they want to apply pressure from the service line. We're looking for them to hit their serving targets to try to get the Cyclones out of system. And Hinton wants to communicate well and fight as a unit. They've accomplished so much this year, and they are prepared to battle with confidence and leave it all on the court.
Denver graduated some talent off last year's state championship team. What are their keys?
Denver brings back some great experience from that last year's team, and we're looking for them to display scrappy defense. If they can cover the court, they're going to frustrate Hinton's offense and hopefully slow down Boovy, the Blackhawks' top hitter. And overall, they need to execute their strategy so that they can bring home back-to-back state volleyball titles to their school.
Not going to be easy as you look inside the huddle for Hinton and you look at the team love and chemistry. It's the final match of the season in Class 2A. Denver 49-1. In the quarterfinals, they swept Wapsie Valley with a team attack percentage of close to 400. In the semifinals, they took care of Grundy Center 3-1. Hinton, they defeated Iowa City Regina in the quarterfinals, and in the semifinals, they defeated Dyke New Hartford 3-1. They're going to turn on the lights, and we're going to serve the volleyball here as Hinton, the Blackhawks, will be wearing the black and gold. In Denver, the Cyclones will be in the maroon white with black bottoms. To serve for Hinton, it's Adeline Ortegren, the freshman, to serve first. And that's making a statement. First of all, you're a freshman. Second of all, you have 64 aces on the year. And the first point is an ace. Good pass. That's Boovy. We talked about her being a problem for Denver. She's going to get a lot of balls sent her way. She's going to get a lot of swings.
She carries a lot of offense, plays great defense. We see why she is their kills leader. Such a big approach, big swing to start the match.
Denver gets their first point and the side out. Madeline Hildebrandt, the 5'8" senior DS to serve. She's pretty good behind the service line as well, 55 aces. Good battle at the net there. We play on. Lock. Back and forth. Nice rally. Blocked again. The defense, the brick wall.
Nice job from Denver. Out of the middle, we see number 18. Look at her press over the net. One-on-one, but nowhere to go.
Miley Thurm, a 6'1" senior middle hitter. She's number 1 on the team in blocks with 93. That was a big one. That lands in the cross-court kill by Bailey Boovy. Big smiles and high fives for her. Here's a look at that last point.
Boovy elevates with her approach, so easily able to contact high. She really winds up with her arm swing, and then a smart shot going deep cross court.
Quick set middle, and anytime you get the middle hitter involved, usually good things happen. A kill for Thurm.
I like her choice, turning back to her left, changing the flow there, finding open court.
Checking in, Carlin Kovarna, the senior middle hitter for Hinton. Ball popped around. Here's Hinton. Back set. Result, kill. Raylan Kempema, the 6'1" sophomore right side hitter, hits at a high percentage, close to 300 kill efficiency on the year.
The Cyclones are going to be focused on Boovie on the outside. So if other attackers for the Blackhawks can get involved, can be efficient, it's going to be so important for Hinton to be successful tonight.
Hitting air makes our score 5-3. Hinton has looked like they are ready for the moment right out of the gates here.
Coming in very composed, running their offense, playing some scrappy defense so far, even threw in an ace serve, wanting to continue that. And man, are they doing it from the outside. Love that swing.
Here's a look again at the power that Bailey Boovie brings. Had a knee injury last year, really derailed Hinton's hopes of getting back to the state championships. She's committed to play Division I volleyball at Creighton, a powerhouse out of the Big East Conference. All-tournament team at the state tournament in 2023. A side out and high fives from head coach Jamie Johnson. She earned her 250th career win this season. She knows volleyball inside and out. Mackenzie McEwen, the junior libero, serves. A lot of pop on that swing as well from Boovie.
Boovie turning line on that left pin attack. Denver prepared from a defensive position with a defender on that line, but it's coming so fast. She just got her hands out, couldn't control it.
Look at that hustle. Sticking with it was Hildebrand. Set her dump. And it's an attack air, but wait, hold on. A violation. And Denver's going to get the point.
Blocking violation in the net for the Blackhawks. Otherwise, the ball would have been out and Hinton point, but got to stay clean out of the net.
Going right down the line with the kill, 8-5, high energy, spreading it around offensively. The kill by Friesen, the freshman, and now a serve from Ellie Friesen. That is a tough swing by Bailey Mullahan.
Mullahan reaching for that one. She had to arch back. The timing on the approach was a little off. The set was wide, but she made good use of it, tooling the block, able to get it through for the Cyclones.
Mullahan checks out. She's committed to St. Cloud State. She has over 1,000 career kills. She was named to the all-tournament volleyball team last year on that state championship. That one will drop in, and we have a 1-point opening first set here.
This swing had a slower pace. It had an arch to it, a little bit higher. But it's all about placement in volleyball, and if you can find an opening in the court, it doesn't matter if it's speedy or slow, you can get it down.
Off the block, out of bounds, side out, Hinton with the point. To our net cam. Not to rank my favorite cameras, but I love that view from the above the net. Tip over the block. Calm, patient, the back row attack from Boovie. Back set. Kempema had a good attack. Beautiful up by the libero. And that's down for a point.
Really good patience on both sides of the net. Playing defense first, transitioning that into offense. Great dig there from Boovie to start it. And then look at that. Fantastic swing from the left pin.
There's two Boovies on the court. Brinley Boovie, the 5'6" freshman DS. She's wearing number 17. And Bailey Boovie wearing number 9, the senior. Side out. Another point. 10-9.
That was a well-formed block from the Cyclones. Double block, pressing over. The Blackhawks a little surprised that it came back. No one was ready down in coverage to keep that ball alive.
Serving is Addie Brauman. And serving tough, getting the kill in the middle. Brauman, just a sophomore, only played in 14 sets. And making the most of her moment here. In perspective, there's been 107 sets heading into the state tournament. She'd only played in 14.
You never know when your number is going to be called, when your team is going to need you. Practice like you're going to go in. Warm up like you're going to go in. Be prepared, because as we say, volleyball is a team sport, and it takes everyone on the court. It takes everyone on the bench, encouraging, communicating, motivating each other. And then when it's your turn, make the most of it.
Stringing some points together as Denver takes the lead and the momentum. Again, behind the tough serving. Here, Addie Brauman, the sophomore. Last touched by Denver. And Hinton with the side out, rotating back. It'll be Adeline Ortigarin to serve, the freshman outside hitter with 64 aces on the year. One of the state leaders in service aces. And as the words come out of my mouth, she dials one up there on cue.
I think we can mark down Eric Braley. 1 point. Calling it from the announcer's booth. Ace.
It's one of her strengths that she brings to the team. Quick set middle. Tip over the block. Off the hands. Kept alive. Not going to hit that one.
We got to give credit to the Cyclones' number 6, Ackerson. All-out dive to keep that alive in the back row. And then they transition it to such beautiful offense.
You can use any part of your body to keep that volleyball off the court. You're going to see bumps and bruises after the long volleyball season on all these student athletes. August, September, October, and now the final day, Thursday, November 6th of the Iowa high school volleyball season. This is the Class 2A match. Strong swing, but it's off the block and out of bounds. Last touch by Thurm, and we're tied at 13 apiece.
Cyclones being aggressive with the block, putting up a double. Good lineup as well on Boovie, but she's able to tool it out of bounds.
It's such a mental part of the game. It's like chess. It's good to be physical, but you need to know what you want to do and what you want to try and take advantage of with your opponent. Seizing the opportunity in front of you. So the Cyclones out of Denver, Iowa, leading by 1 in the serve. Boovie relatively held in check, Beth. She only has 5 kills, which is still a ton for where we are in this set. She came out firing early and often, but has been relatively quiet. That one's blocked, and it's down for a point.
Off the block to the opposite side, going wide. Denver got excited, thinking they had actually got a stuffed block on Boovie, but she brings such power. If she's able to contact high, she can still use the block to her advantage, staying away from being low into the meat of it. Stay high, swing away.
We're past the halfway point of the opening set here. Class 2A final, and oh my goodness, get out of the way! Bailey Boovie.
The floor had to shake. Maybe there's a dent in the floor. That ball was dying inside, but Bailey Boovie, she sped up her approach. She got to it, and she was able to hammer it.
Heading to play at Creighton University next year. Looking to bring a state title to Hinton today. Going to be tough to get this ball. Has to send it over. They do. Out of system, though, and seizing the opportunity. Folks, that's Channing Johnson, the 6-foot senior setter, has over 1,000 assists, over 4,400 career assists. But how about 136 kills in the regular season? Call her own number.
An offensive setter, perfect decision, deception as well with the left hand, throwing it behind.
Had to alter the approach, and it's gonna land in. Grab that sideline, and now Bailey Boovy to serve. Boovy now in the back row. She can still attack in the back. Let's see if they try and get it to her. No, they're gonna go to the outside. Free ball. Boovy. Swing, block, point.
Not a lot of space for Friesen to work with. It was a tight set, and there was a big double block from the Cyclones. All she could do was try to swing away, maybe wanted to tip instead, but you see it right there, a wall.
Grace Mullahan was there, and now pushing it too far past the service line. You look at just the body language of the coaches, of the student athletes on the sidelines, trying to will their teammates on for good things to happen, because we're at this real critical time here, the later stages of this first set. Robin Moore and Kate Ortegren, co-head coaches for Hinton. Neither team has used a timeout yet. And now Hinton will take one, trailing by 3, 19-16. Denver on a run here in set one in the Class 2A championships. Well, Beth, we're just 2 weeks away from high school championship football from the Unidome. 7 classes over 2 days in Cedar Falls. Toe meets leather beginning Thursday, November 20th at 9:30 a.m. You don't want to miss it. Continues through prime time, Friday the 21st on statewide Iowa PBS. Your home for high school sports championships.
The Unidome with a little bit of a facelift this fall, and so they are ready to welcome all of the high school football fans into Cedar Falls to show off the Unidome and crown some champions in a few weeks.
Building opened in 1976. It was ready for a little bit of a facelift. You know, it's championship time for the fall sports. Volleyball ends today. You have football, cross country ended, golf, and then you flip the page, and just like that, you blink and the winter sports are going to get underway. But no one's thinking about winter sports right now. 1916, right out of a timeout. Well-designed, well-executed play. That's Ellie Friesen, the freshman, with the kill.
Good response out of the timeout, quality pass, the right decision from a setting perspective, and Friesen with the kill.
Over the block. Good touch. Off the block. It goes out of bounds. Lined up. Carlson was there along with Kavarna. A 3-point lead in the serve for the Cyclones. 49 wins on the year. 49-1. Their lone loss coming against Sumner Fredericksburg all the way back on September 27th. Otherwise, it's all been wins. They dropped just 9 sets all season long. Many players for Denver on a soccer team that were state runners-up at state in June. Needed that point. Hinton attacking the middle. And now in the rotation to serve will be Hofling. Hinton, a state championship title in March for basketball. 5 trips to the state championships in volleyball. In 2023, they played in this state final, losing to Dyke New Hartford.
Merch for the Cyclones, responding with a kill on the outside. Being aggressive, taking it right at the double block for the Blackhawks. She got it through, but the response, first swing side out, needing to do that for Hinton, keeping it close.
Adeline Ortegren with the kill right down the line. 2-point differential. She'll serve it up. And it's a beauty. Thought it was going to drop for a service ace, but we play on. Tip over the block. And that is not going to be returned. Checking in on our Booby kilometer. She now has 7 here in the opening set. It's not crazy for her to get 25 to 30.
She did it in both the semis and the quarters twice already with 25-plus kills in this state tourney. And we've seen her hammer it off the block, every single direction off the court. To the left, to the right, now all the way to the back. That's what happens with power.
21-21. Denver now calls the timeout. Well, we told you about the football championships. Let's tell you about some of the other sports that you need to put on your calendar coming up. Football's November 20th through the 21st. We have girls wrestling February 6th. The boys wrestling finals February 21st. It'll be here before you know it. Girls basketball March 6th and 7th. And boys state basketball finals March 13th. All of which you can find where? Only on Iowa PBS.
All this talk about winter, I'm not quite sure I like it. I love all of those sports, and I plan on watching them on Iowa PBS, but it's beautiful outside today, so let's just keep that a little bit.
A beautiful setting, and it's now anybody's opening set here, 21-21. Getting the point out of the timeout, Denver responds as Madeline Hildebrandt to serve. No room for air and a miscue there. And now Denver just 2 points away, forcing Hinton to use their second and final timeout. Look at the emotion on Denver's side.
They are fired up, lots of excitement, wanting to finish. 2 points, focus and finish.
Let's listen in to Hinton's huddle.
Okay. She up now? Yeah. Okay. Hey, keep pushing. We need a pass. They're going to fire for you two right now. Coming in hard. All right, own it. Put it down. We're at 22. Got 3 more to push. You've been in this situation before. Not a big deal. Let's go. This point. Come on.
Lots of encouragement, calming her team down. We're right in this, just a 2-point differential. Get a pass, side out, and then push from there.
Robin Moore, Kate Ortegren, co-head coaches. It's the 3rd Hinton team these co-head coaches have led the state. Needing a side out. Hildebrandt to serve, and it's into the net. There's the side out, and now to go to work is Hinton. In the rotation will be Ashlyn Kramer, the 5'3" senior DS. 1 point between Hinton and Denver. Diving for it. Able to keep it off the court, and that brings up set point.
great effort, but the execution from the Cyclones, being able to connect and then find an opening, they're just 1 point away.
Lexi Benham, the libero, serving for Denver. Beautiful up. Down for the point. Hinton started off strong, but Denver dug deep, rallied back, and pulled away to win by 3. Oh, we're a long ways from over. We're just getting started in the Class 2A championship. We'll be back to Extreme Arena right after this.
Iowa PBS has been a part of my life as long as I've been watching TV. Our 2 daughters were raised on Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers, and our granddaughter loves Daniel Tiger. Iowa PBS's programming has something for everyone, and I feel fortunate to be a member and have the benefit of watching a great show with Passport whenever I want.
Make your year-end gift by December 31st. Donate today and help inspire Iowans all year long.
Every county in Iowa has a story worth investigating. From river valleys to rolling farmland, Find Iowa uncovers the culture, history, and science behind all 99 counties. Click, explore, and be inspired. Scan the QR code and discover the stories in all 99 counties with Find Iowa.
No one ever shakes. No one ever shakes.
Local, regional, national artists take the stage to perform original sets and share their musical journeys on Studio 3 Live. Enjoy weekly performances Fridays at 8:30 online or as a podcast. Well, stay connected with Iowa PBS Sports no matter where you're watching from. Join the conversation. Follow us on Facebook and X and use hashtag Iowa PBS Sports to enjoy the championship with other fans. Beth West and Eric Braley bringing you the 3A, 2A, and 1A championships. And that was entertaining. Holy buckets, Beth.
Back and forth. Such great volleyball in set 1. 10 times the teams were tied. 5 lead changes. You can't ask for anything more from that first set. But Denver hitting 333 as a team with 3 blocks. They really put the pressure on Hinton, only as a team hitting 184. They don't have any blocks, so they want to get that net presence elevated in set 2.
Miley Thurm with 5 kills leading the way for Denver offensively, hitting 385. Denver as a team hitting 333, 14 kills, 2 errors on 36 attempts. And for Hinton, Bailey Boovy, 9 kills. She's hitting 333, only a 184 attack percentage for Hinton. Denver looking to defend their title. Hinton has other plans. Getting the first point here in the second set.
Being active at the net, we just said they needed to get that net presence, make it known, taking care of the overdig there, wiping it, throwing it down.
Tied at 1 apiece. Well, one thing that I like to do is introduce our viewers to some of these schools and towns that they might not know about. Denver, the mile-wide city. Not mile high, mile wide. It is about a mile wide from Bremer County. Small town values, convenient location near Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and Waverly in northeast Iowa. Population about 2,000. Officially 89 miles from the center of Denver to where we're sitting here. About an hour and 28-minute drive. Denver High School, 9th through 12th grade, about 275 students. We talked about the success they had placing second at state in soccer, winning volleyball last year. A lot of good things cooking in Denver when it comes to the school and sports.
They're building this volleyball program into a powerhouse. 6 straight state appearances. They won the title last year, trying to continue that and defend that championship tonight.
Hinton with the point, pull ahead 3-2. Well, what do you know about Hinton? Population 935 out of Plymouth County. It is in the far northwest corner of the state. 292 miles to Coralville. So out of all the teams playing, it is the furthest drive, 4 hours and 30-minute drive, one way for them to get here. But they are happy to make the trip to Coralville to play for a state title.
Such an accomplishment for these Blackhawks to get to the championship again. They've been here before 2 years ago, so again in the championship. So, of course, their students, their family, their friends, their community is going to drive that 4.5 hours to Coralville.
Cross-court swing, I really like the idea, but it goes out of bounds. You have a lot of options when you're up in the air about ready to make contact. Booby, so smart, has that vision. Tried to go sideline to sideline with that swing. And the black and gold is Hinton. Denver in the white tops and black bottoms. Attack air, and it's now 5-3 Denver with the advantage.
Denver staying very disciplined on their defense. They know exactly where the sideline is, exactly where that end line is. So if that ball is sailing high, they know if it's going out.
Hard to get a block up in time to stop that.
So impressive. That set was bringing Bailey Booby inside. We saw her in set 1 hammer one of those inside sets cross court. This time she chops it back to the line. When you don't know where the attacker is going, when they can be deceiving like that, so hard to defend.
You hear sometimes coaches talk about tempo. Why is that so important? Tempo offenses and being quick in the sport of volleyball.
Exactly. So tempo, the pace of your sets, the pace of the game. You can run a fast tempo offense, meaning bringing those sets down, faster sets. When you run a quick tempo offense, it's tougher for the opponent's defense to get set up, right? It's likely that they're still going to be moving. There might be holes in the block, but you have to have a really good setter-hitter connection to run that fast tempo. So even though it can be tougher to defend, teams might run a slower tempo offense because that connection is better. So different options, what works best for the personnel on your team.
Nice look at that replay of the Cyclones leading 7-4 here right now over the Blackhawks. They took the first set by a score of 25-22. Point for Hinton, same angle, another look at it.
Ortegren, yeah, Ortegren on the outside, 5'9", freshman. We talked about her high-level serving, but she's able to tool it off the block in the front row as well.
Reaching up, it just barely goes inside that antenna. And now it's going to be a point for the Cyclones in a side out. The down official, and we need to say, so if you're watching, any of the people that are wearing the blue tops are the officials. So you have one standing up above the net, one down official opposite them, and 2 line judges on the corners. And these are the best in the state, Beth.
They are. There's rating throughout the year, so in order to get assigned a state match, and let alone a state championship match, you have to have those good ratings. So they're quality. They know what they're doing.
We have a timeout on the court, a 4-point lead for the Denver Cyclones. Well, this week, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, they did something that was a lot of fun. Let's listen in to the Denver huddle.
Keep turning your hands on block. Yes, that's right. That's right. All right, Cyclones, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I couldn't hear you until that.
So not much talking about because everything's working right. Called them over. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep the foot on the gas. As really the momentum from the end of the first set has carried over to the start of the second set here.
It has, and sometimes that's just what you need to hear from your coach. That extra encouragement saying, you're doing it right. Keep it going. I don't need to change anything. You've got this. Play your game.
The overpass results in an easy swing. Grace Mullahan, she's a special player for the Denver Cyclones, the senior committed to St. Cloud State. She's very efficient with her kills, over 100 kills this season. A tough serve, and Hinton starting to come a little unraveled here as Denver applying pressure.
Ackerson with the line drive serve. That was a bullet going through that serving zone, floating, and just really caught that Blackhawks serve-receive passer off guard.
The intent is waving, meaning the ball hit it, and that's out of bounds. Again, love the idea, but just the execution wasn't there due to where the block was. Hinton defeated Iowa City Regina in the quarterfinals, 3-1. And in the semis, perennial power Dyke New Hartford in 4. Another point, and the run continues. Wow.
Denver is so gritty in their backcourt defense. They are digging everything up, giving their front row an opportunity to attack. They take advantage of that cross-court swing.
Hinton really wants to try and get the ball to Booby. She's positioned in the rotation in the back row here. A joust and a point for Hinton. That'll give them the ball, part of the rotation, and the side out checking in as you see the net cam. A joust, meaning players from both sides jousting, meeting right above the net.
Such a perfect term for the battle that is going on right above the top of the net. A joust.
And now an opportunity to string some points together. They dug themselves a hole, the Blackhawks out of Hinton. Their only losses coming to Sioux City East on September 27th and Unity Christian on October 11th. Other than that, it's been all victories for Hinton this year. Another point. That's 3 in a row.
3 in a row for the Blackhawks, trying to swing the energy to their side. They get a great dig, push it high to the outside, and there we see Ortegren getting that cross-court swing.
Back set. Good attack off the hands. Denver will not let it hit the court, though. We play on. Good play by Brinley Booby, the libero. She plays center. She keeps it up. But an attack there. Again, it's so tough because a lot of those attacks in the regular season are going down for points and are not being returned.
You have to be patient, especially in the state championship. You're going against the best competition, so it's going to be tough to get a kill. You got to earn it. Be patient. Keep working at it.
Attacking the block on the side, out of bounds. Ortegren with the kill. She's just a freshman, and now she serves 116 kills, 64 aces. She has one already here in this championship match. One of the state leaders in a couple of categories, and she's so young.
something about serving. You always want to be aggressive. You want to be smart. Love to get an ace. But if you're not getting an ace, you can contribute by getting the other team out of system, right? Limiting their attackers. So there's a lot more sometimes to serving than maybe what meets the stats at the end in the box score. That's a perfect example. She got Denver out of system, limits their attack, ends up with an error. But it's not going to show up in the stat book as an ace for her.
Ideally, you want to make the setter's job as difficult as possible. How do you do that? You make the pass to the setter not good. Here's a good assist. And you just had a feeling the way that it was being set up there for Booby, she dials it in. Hinton was down. Now they're only down 2. Timeout on the court. And want to tell you about this week, the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union held their 2nd annual Volleyball Future Champions Youth Clinic Series right here in Coralville. Led by varsity high school coaches from around the state, the clinic gives middle school girls a taste of the state tournament experience. Look at the smiles on the face from the video there. With expanded capacity and overwhelming demand, the event sold out in just 2 minutes. Better bookmark that for next year. It's the Youth Clinic, Volleyball Future Champions. Got to start young. That looks like a blast.
Amazing footage from that clinic. My jaw is dropping that it sold out in 2 minutes. I love it. The response from young athletes wanting to get a taste of what high school state volleyball at a high level is and getting to experience it right here in the Extreme Arena.
Over 11,000 girls out for Iowa high school volleyball. Just incredible numbers.
Great job from Hinton. You see Boovie picking up that front row dig. She's playing a left front there, picking it up and then reversing that flow to the right side. Great swing.
Boovie with 13 kills and just 1 point now. The difference at the halfway point of the 2nd set. Amazing effort. And Denver wins that point.
Denver taking a breath, needing a side out, getting it here, but full on effort from the Blackhawks.
Boovie blocked, but it doesn't matter. Off the hands of the block and point for Hinton. A look at the sideline. Every player so valuable to this state tournament run. Kramer, one of those senior leaders. She'll be missed next year. That's a big point. Look out, we're tied at 15. No returning that one. About every player on the court touched the volleyball in that sequence, and Hinton has the lead. They were down big, using timeouts, looking at each other. How can we come back? They believed. They not only came back, they're leading now. In system, options. Ready defense by the Cyclones. Hinton, that's where they want the ball to go. Joust, and it's won by the Cyclones. Flexing her muscles. Channing Johnson, one of the best setters in the state of Iowa. She'll be playing volleyball next year at Wayne State College. She's a good one.
What a fun sequence of events, a great rally. What pursuit on both sides, but that joust at the net. Channing Johnson, the second one to touch it, pushes it back for the Cyclones.
A point for the for the Blackhawks. The Cyclones were there again, but it's so hard to get a solid block, taking away all the hitting angles and options. Channing Johnson, to go back to her, she's '1 on the team in blocks, '3 in digs, '3 in aces, and obviously #1 in assists. She's a 6-foot setter. It's pretty good for, especially Class 2A, to have that length. A lot of options when you have a tall setter.
Great size, able to put up a strong block, able to be offensive and take it over if she needs to. A wonderful athlete at the setter position.
Well, we told you about the youth clinic at the last time out. Follow up on that earlier this week at the middle school youth clinic. Attendees here in Coralville, they wrote on fun and inspiring messages on note cards, and then they posted them to the walls backstage right here at Extreme Arena. We had a chance to look at them. They hope to help fire up the state tournament athletes to compete at the highest level. Their connection to these student athletes battling for a state title. 18-16. What a match. Hinton leading by 2. Denver won the first set, 25-22. Head coach for the Cyclones and head coach for Hinton. It's a strategy. It's a chess match and trying to pull the best and most out of these student athletes. That one will drop. Miley Thurm having herself a night. 7 kills for Thurm.
She's been consistent. She's been a go-to when the Cyclones need a point. They've been feeding her in the middle.
Attack air out of bounds. And now after a Denver timeout, a couple of points for Denver. And Thurm serving. Just the atmosphere, it's so great. Thinking about places you played as a Division I athlete, you know, it's different here compared to, you know, Hilton Coliseum or the McLeod Center, the U.S. Cellular Arena where it was before. Each setting's different. And you know what? Most of these players are coming from small high school gyms, right?
Exactly. Where this arena, how the fans seem on top of you. The student section able to bang on the hockey walls around. It gets so loud in here. So very different from the regular season and the high school gyms that they're used to playing. But what fun, what excitement, and just an amazing atmosphere.
Fans on top of the action. On top of the block there. And celebrating. Charleston on the outside along with Friesen. Big smile, maybe not a big smile, but a little smile there from Coach. Now 20-18. Setter dump, they weren't ready for it. Smart call.
Such a great decision, the timing of that setter dump, taking it over on 2. Blackhawks were waiting for that third ball to come over, and they're flat-footed. And then another point on top of that with a tough serve receive pass, and we're all tied up again.
Anybody can walk away with the second set. Block, but it goes out of bounds off the hands of the Hinton block. That's 3 in a row for Denver.
Denver on a roll. Bailey Mullihan on the outside doing her part, getting a kill for her team.
2 contacts with the push over, trying to just, you know, push it, keep them off guard. But the officials said kind of like a carry in basketball, shoved it over. So a run here by Denver, And a timeout on the court. Let's listen in to the Denver huddle.
Side out, Booby serve. She's in the back row right now, right? For many spots. Let's just keep pushing points. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. Your communication is really high. I like it. Keep talking. Keep believing. Great serving, great passing, great digging off of block touches. Yes! All right, deep breath in. Love you, girls. Cyclones, 1, 2, 3.
We appreciate Coach Jamie Johnson letting us put the microphone on her. She earned her 250th career win this season. She's coached 10 years of high school volleyball, all 10 of them at Denver. Hasn't lost much. She's led the school to 6 trips to state. And right now, Denver has the momentum. Can they push it to 25, though? Tough serve, Beth. And now in system are the Cyclones. Hinton with options, though. And that's a smart play.
Very smart. It started with a pickup in the off blocker. And then Charleston with the tip. Denver, though, putting it just right on top of the net for the Blackhawks to hammer it down.
Here's Ellie Friesen, and it's into the net. The freshman has played so strong all year. But now the ball rolls over to the Denver Cyclones side, needing just 2 more points here. And the serve coming for Briley Ackerson, the senior DS. Nice. As they go with the swing and caught and popped up the libero. And Hinton now just trails by 1.
The poise to be able to respond when you're down late in the set, to get a pass and swing away, still being aggressive. I love the aggression that they're showing.
Hofling serving. Good up to the outside. Hinton. Gonna free ball, pass it over the net. Denver Cyclones trying to win this long rally, and they get the point. Booby was trying to cover a lot of area in that back row all by her lonesome.
Well, she had so much back line to cover. Murch, a little chop shot, rolling it down the line, knowing that it's open. She didn't have to get it there fast. She just had to place it.
Set point for the Denver Cyclones. Blocked down point. The door of opportunity still open a crack here for Hinton. Trailing just by 1. And now Adeline Ortegren, another freshman to serve. One of the best in the state. And I'm going to call that an ace. I mean, it pretty much it's the same result, right?
Overpass on the serve receive, contact. Blackhawks take care of business, own that net, put it away.
Good pass there. 25-24. Are you entertained? What a second set. The first one was great. 25-22. We got overtime, free volleyball here. Set point again for Denver. And guess who? With her 18th kill, I believe. That's Booby. Flying high.
Booby with the confident swing on the left, using the hands, approaching strong, tying it up here at 20-25 here.
And forth. Back and forth we go. Who's going to be the one that makes the final play to win this second set?
The fans on both sides, both teams, everyone is standing up. Bonus volleyball here in set 2.
Set point again. Lexi Benham. She terminates another one. Boovie, the Creighton commit. All smiles. She's a special, special player.
The awareness to change up that speed. She's going hard, hammer, power. That time, she approaches like she's going to swing away, changes it up, roll shot, catches Denver off guard, still gets the point.
It's like she threw the emergency brake on, flying through the air and changed momentum. Smart play by Johnson to send it over. Boovie, oh, that time she went with the power. And now it's set point for Hinton. They've battled off numerous set points here in the second, and now they're on the right side of things. And Hinton wins it 28-26 in a thriller. They were down big early on. They faced set point numerous times. It doesn't matter. We're tied at 1 apiece as we go to the third set in this 2A championship final. You're watching it here on Iowa PBS.
Next time on Studio 3 Live, it's XO Lex.
It's a healing, like music's a healing property, and I definitely think it heals me when I write about it.
Friday evening at 8:30 on Iowa PBS.
Coming up on the next episode of Iowa Life, we'll meet a Marine pilot who flew the final mission out of Vietnam. Celebrate the commissioning of the USS Iowa.
Officers and crew of the USS Iowa, board our boat and bring her to life.
And we'll meet the Tri-State Women Warriors. All that and more on a special Veterans Day edition of Iowa Life. Tuesdays at 6:30 and Sundays at 10:30 on Iowa PBS.
Every county in Iowa has a story worth investigating. From river valleys to rolling farmland, Find Iowa uncovers the culture, history, and science behind all 99 counties. Click, explore, and be inspired. Scan the QR code and discover the stories in all 99 counties with Find Iowa.
Such a meaningful part of Iowa PBS is the coverage of unique Iowa events. And part of that is our high schools and our kids programs, whether it's athletics or otherwise. The state fair coverage, that's such a part of the fabric of Iowa. And I think just the programming that covers things meaningful to our people in our state.
Donate today and support Iowa PBS.
Denver wins the first. Hinton wins the second. Both went down to the wire where either one could have won. It's a toss-up, and it's still a toss-up. Beth West and Eric Rayleigh welcome you in. Championship Thursday. 5A, 4A, 3A champs have already been crowned. This one's been arguably the most fun so far.
So entertaining, high-level volleyball from both sides. So many lead changes. Multiple attackers getting involved on both sides. But what I'm liking the most is the defense. This is just some gritty, all-out effort, relentless pursuit on both sides. And that's why we love volleyball.
Quick glance at the statistics. And some great leaders for Hinton. As you see, just individual performers stepping up, as Boovie with 21 kills, carrying that offense. Total in this match, we've seen 20 ties and 9 lead changes. Denver Cyclones 49-1 overall. They won the title last year. Graduated some key members off that team. Hinton 30-2 overall. They played for the state title 2 years ago.
Great touches on the Denver side. They scrambled just to get it over. And then a lapse of communication. It drops right in the middle on the Blackhawks side.
Booby again. The set was right there. And she's playing with that knee brace that, again, really derailed last year. And without Booby, it just isn't the same team. And not sure if she's at 100% or 94.6% or whatever it is, but she's playing with that big old knee brace. Still extremely impressive what she does playing all around.
Knowing what it takes to come back from an injury, especially a knee injury. I'm sure there was a lot of rehab and work in the off season to get back to such a wonderful place where she's able to compete at a high level, lead her team, and other pieces on this Blackhawks squad that are playing phenomenal. It's a team effort, but she is the clear leader from an offensive perspective.
She's the one on the team committed to play Division I volleyball next year. And again, not only going out there and getting the stats, but also you can tell that captain, that leadership, when the team needs a point, they need someone to lift them up. She's there. The good leaders do. Well, Denver, they have a lot of good leaders, and they have several players that are going to play college volleyball next year as well. They're not used to having a team push them maybe as hard as what Hinton has done in that second set. So interesting to see how the Denver Cyclones respond here.
Good to be challenged. If you want to be the best, you have to play the best, right? And so to earn a state championship today, no better way to do that against a tough, challenging team.
Congratulations to the 5A champions, Waukee Northwest. They won in 3. North Scott High School winning in 4. And Davenport Assumption, the 3A champions. After this 2A match, we'll only have one match remaining as St. Ansgar will battle Janesville for the 1A match. That is scheduled to start at 7 o'clock. We'll see, as this one has all indications it's going 5. Denver in the white uniforms. Hinton in the black and gold.
It looked like Hinton was going to win that point, but the patience and resilience on the Cyclone side to keep digging balls, to stay after it, it results in a Blackhawks hitting error.
Four contacts as the ball did not go over or touch any members of the Denver squad. You have to hit it over in 3 contacts. Again, we know that some of the viewers tuning in might not know all of the rules of this exciting sport, so we want to educate you. I'm sure you can feel the excitement. One of the things that has evolved over the years, they have rally scoring. So before, to me, it's not that long ago, you had to, the only way you could get a point was if you were actually serving.
Yes.
So
yes,
it kind of took a while because you had to.
Not that we want to age, ourselves, but yes, we absolutely remember side-out scoring. My first year of high school, actually, we still played side-out scoring, and then it moved to rally and the libero position and all those fun things that have sped up the game that we know now.
And that's the thing, constantly looking at as the athletes evolve, as technology evolves, rule changes, things like that. And again, record numbers of student athletes here in the state of Iowa just falling in love with the sport of volleyball, with over 11,000 out for the sport. 7-6, tied at 1 apiece. Third set action from Coralville, Iowa, Extreme Arena. We've seen some long rallies, and what I mean by that is it takes a long time before the ball hits the court and a point is awarded to a team.
When you have those long rallies, we've mentioned it takes discipline and patience, because you want to just put it away. You want to get it done, right? And so sometimes that can lead to some mental errors or miscommunications, but truly good teams have patience and discipline and know when to really go after it and put it away. And so that's what we've seen multiple times. Be patient, put it away, keep swinging.
So important. Serving, Briley Ackerson, one of those great seniors, a DS, over 100 digs on the year for the Cyclones. Got it through the block and a side out.
For a split second there was another touch on the Cyclone side. I thought they were going to keep it alive, but going straight at that double block, making sure that you stay high on it and power it through.
Really getting some nice attacks we've seen throughout, as Adina Murch, the 5'8" sophomore outside hitter. She has about 300 kills on the year, about 2.5 kills per set. When she goes up, the fundamentals are there, the technique, the footwork, and she's packs a powerful punch. That one's down on cue, and it's now 11-7. Very similar. Denver pulls ahead, but don't celebrate too much, because we saw in the second set Hinton storm back. Well, here's a look at an interesting thing. It's called the Players Lounge, a staple at many Iowa girls teams tournaments. It's a place for teams to relax, to hang out prior to and following competition. Lots of games, lots of fun things to do. And they can watch, they can do whatever that is they're doing there, and then it all happens.
The bench press.
The bench press. They can do it, and it all happens inside this arena, inside Extreme Arena. So when those young girls grow up and are playing at the state tournament, they can too hang out in the Players Lounge.
A wonderful idea, a great space for these teams to bond and hang out in between matches. Love the clips and the just entertaining from the Players Lounge.
One of our close personal friends, Gene Berger, took over as the executive director several years ago and really put emphasis on making the state championships for the sports a bigger deal, and the branding of the pink and the Iowa girl. And if you saw the starting lineups with the fire and then the strobe lights and all that, mission accomplished, Gene.
Absolutely. Mission accomplished. Great job, Gene Berger, building it up, a true destination, a quality environment for the various girls' state tournaments, not just volleyball, other sports as well. Truly special, and then able to hand that off to Aaron, the current executive director.
A look at the Extreme Arena. So the quarterfinals and semifinals, there's actually 2 courts going on at one time with a big curtain down the middle. And then at the end of the quarterfinals, they rip up the floor, they move things around. So there's extra room on the far end where the winners can go sit in a pink throne, take pictures, and celebrate. So Denver and Hinton, they want to be the team that's celebrating when the Janesville and St. Ansgar 1A championship gets started. A 3-point lead for the Cyclones. Another point in system.
Murch on that left pin for the Cyclones, turning down the line with force. She put some pace, some punch on that ball, straight down the line.
You know, looking at schools and programs that are consistently at state, is Booby with another kill, her 26th of the match. You know, a lot of things, a junior varsity, you know, junior high program, youth, club volleyball, strong coaching, consistency at all levels. You can't just roll out of volleyball to your sophomores, juniors, and seniors and say, okay, let's go. You really have to get that buy-in early on, and that's what, you know, the Western Christians, the Dyke New Hartfords, the schools that are here every single year do, and that's what some of these schools like the Denver Cyclones, this is their 6th straight state tournament.
It's fun to be able to instill that passion, that love of the game, being able to compete with your teammates, instilling that at a young age, starting that. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to try and start building those technical skills, and they'll get honed to near perfection, right, when you get into high school. Continue to develop, but just starting that interest at a young age sure is fun. But hey, if you want to give it a try first thing in high school, that's okay. If you've never done it before, please try. Like, come out for volleyball. Wonderful sport, awesome team environment. Learn, grow, develop into a great player.
Effort goes a long way. Reps go a long way. And just teamwork. Wow, when you go off into graduation, the real world, being a student athlete, being part of a team, it's hard to put value on what that does.
The intangibles that you learn through sport, we could sing those praises all day.
Absolutely. Serve coming here for Hinton. This is Addison Dunkel, the sophomore setter. The block, thought it was going to be blocked for a point. Second time will work. Big celebration there. Ellie Friesen and Macy Charlson, they put up a nice block when they get four hands and 4 arms up there.
If you don't succeed at first, try again, and that's what the Hinton block did.
3-point difference here in the third set, here in the Class 2A championships. That's going to be blocked in for a point. I wasn't sure if it grabbed that sideline or not. The official right on top said, yep, let's take a look.
Quality net presence from the Blackhawks. You see them move together as a unit and then press over.
Wow, some way popped that over, and then a little, just when you're scrambling out a system all over the place, there's open zones that just aren't covered.
Total scramble mode on the Blackhawks side, and good awareness from Denver. Channing Johnson, we talked about her decision making as the setter. She knew that she could take it over because they were all out of sorts.
Booby didn't get the kill, but it pops right up. And Macy Charlson, she's a strong 6'2" freshman right side hitter, over 100 kills. She's going to be something special. Well, she already is.
Yes, taking care of business. I love it. The star performer causes an overdig, and Charlson's there to put it away.
Look at that up. Beautiful one-hand save to keep it alive by Mackenzie McEwen, the junior libero. #1 on the team and digs and aces, does all the intangibles. But Hinton with the point, and look out, a 1-point difference again.
I'm getting deja vu of the last set. These Blackhawks, they do not quit. They keep fighting.
It's hard in practice and drills, too. Make it feel like this moment, the pressure of, okay, you're playing for a state title. And right now, we're right where we started. Tied, 16-16, timeout on the court. Let's listen in to Hinton's huddle with Coach Kate Ortegren and Robin Moore.
Even if we don't get it kill, they're at least back in the corner and they have to bring it back up their leg, okay? So keep using that as an option too. If that ball, you went up and did a triple block there, that's great, that's okay. If you feel like it's more over to your side, get over and block that, okay? Back row, if we put up a triple block because she's moved over, be ready for the tip, okay? Hey, we have the momentum, use it, let's go! Yes, keep it up, nothing drops, nothing drops.
They have the momentum, and that's a big thing, Beth.
It's a huge thing in volleyball, the energy, the momentum, pushing that forward. Coach said nothing drops. We give pursuit to every ball. Nothing touches the floor. Talking about some blocking schemes, watch for the tip, some strategy, but most importantly, some encouragement for her team to just keep pushing.
These coaches do such a great job. Antennas waving. Hinton with the point. 30 wins on the year. Only 2 losses. Here's another look.
Out of system set, you see Hinton attacks it into the block, then the ball hits the antenna off of the block. Therefore, it's a point for Hinton.
Hinton continues to have the momentum. They dropped the first set. They won the second. They were down here in the third. They now lead by 2, representing the War Eagle Conference, where they went a perfect 11-0. Out of Plymouth County, in the far northwest corner of the state, 292 miles from here, a 4.5-hour drive. And the run continues.
I love a big block, and right now the Blackhawks are putting up a wall. Just look at them, all 4 arms pressing over, but it's really number 14. You saw there Charleston angling her hands, turning that hand back into the court so she makes sure it goes down for a stuff.
Let's listen in to the Denver Cyclone huddle.
It's all right, it's the game. You know what? I know you're going to finish this match having a great night. Do you know what I'm saying? Let's fast turn around. What'd you say? Yeah, should we try this 3-slot? Let's try the 3-slot for you, okay? Let's do that. All right, passers, you're doing great. Guys, hey, look at me. Booby is back row. You can do this. Let's go. Side out. 1, 2, 3. Side out.
Love it. Love it. The messages saying, I know this will happen. Sending that confidence, trying to push that into her student athletes. Talking strategy, but more than anything, trying to lift them up, digging them out of a hole, but right in that seam, right between 2 zones on that serve receive.
An aggressive serve through the zone and then between 2 players. That's so tough. You got to communicate, you got to move, but then someone has to take it.
And it's loud. Hinton, they'll need to send this ball over on 3. Smart decision. Channing Johnson, such a threat. She'll be playing volleyball next year at Wayne State. Has 136 kills in the regular season, over 4,400 career assists. She said, I'm going to call my own number. That's the level of difficulty of that play. And now a block by Denver, showing they can do it as well on their side of the net.
Back and forth, just when we think one team is going to pull away with aces and blocks, Then the opponent comes right back and does the same thing. Another step block, this time from the Cyclones.
We don't give out, MVPs of a set, but I have just been very impressed with Macy Charlson, the 6'2" freshman right side hitter.
I would agree. Quality play from Charlson. She's getting a big block up. She's doing it on offense. You got to have an additional spark for the Blackhawks, and she's been it.
Leading by 4. Hinton so close to the finish line here in the third set. Denver won the first 25-22. Hinton rallied to win the second 28-26. Into the net, the side out Denver needed. Substituting in will be Murch and Ackerson. And the serve will be Briley Ackerson, the senior DS. "36 aces on the year. Not an ace because Boovy made an incredible play. She does it again. Look at Hinton's defense. Relentless. Wow.
I am almost speechless with the effort that we are seeing from these Blackhawks. Round ups, just battering that ball, keeping it alive. It pays off.
I love that phrase, better the ball. Make the ball in a better position. 23-19, Denver needs a point badly. They get one right there. The door is open. Now Denver, the Cyclones, last year's champion, needs a run.
Take a breath, get a good quality serve, and then just play defense if you're the Denver Cyclones.
Eddie Brauman in. That is an incredible play just to pop that up by Johnson. It's open. The defense was creeping in toward the middle. Went toward the sideline. Got 1 point back. Still some work to do as they climb the mountain. Hinton. That brings up set point, 24-21.
Small but mighty, number 6 on the outside, freshman, 5'9". She's not afraid.
And now to try and finish the job behind the service line. Cyclones get a good attack. Hinton to Boogie, hammer time, and 25-21, your final score. Denver again jumped out to the early lead, and again the Blackhawks of Hinton came back to win it. We'll be back with the 4th set from the Class 2A championships right here on Iowa PBS.
Settled before Iowa was a state, Davenport tells the tale of community, culture, and trade along the banks of the Mississippi River. A variety of architectural movements are preserved in Davenport in structures designed for civic and commercial life. Join Iowa PBS as we explore the arts and the architecture within the historic buildings of Iowa, Davenport.
Coming to Iowa PBS, December 2nd.
Ever wonder what today's workforce looks like and how to prepare the next generation? Your local public media station and American Graduate Jobs Explained are here to break it all down on the most popular social media platforms. Real people, real jobs, from trades and healthcare to hospitality, tech, and more. Explore local opportunities for a brighter and more profitable tomorrow.
I'm talking high-paying, interesting jobs just waiting for you.
American Graduate Jobs Explained. Visit jobsexplained.org to learn more.
We're Iowa PBS. We cover Iowa and the world. We're Market to Market, an Iowa Press. We're high school sports. We're science. We're adventure. We're drama and mystery. We're the arts. And we're Iowa's storyteller. We're lifelong learners. We're family first. We're educational. We're trusted. We're valued. We're essential. Your support makes all of this happen. Give today at iowapbs.org/donate.
You're watching Statewide Iowa PBS.
Executive season, what is it? It's college wrestling. The heart of the mat beats in the great state of Iowa. Catch the grit, the glory, and the champions of tomorrow. Featuring the Iowa Hawkeye women, the Cyclone men, NAIA Division II and III, as well as some double headers. Join us as college wrestling coverage returns again this December on Iowa PBS. A look at the schedule, kicking off Thursday, December 11th at Waukee Northwest High School as Grandview versus Iowa women. Also have some double headers all the way through early February. Well, if you're just joining us, Denver won the first set here in the Class 2A championships, 25-22. And they had multiple opportunities for set point to win the second set. Hinton fought it off and won the second set 28-26. And then Hinton won the third set 25-21. The first team to win 3 sets wins the match. The team that wins the match is your Class 2A state champion.
This has been so entertaining so far in this 2A title match. Back and forth, just like you described.
One-to-one here in this big, important fourth set. The coaches looking on is Kate Ortegren, co-head coaches with Robin Moore. Third Hinton team these co-head coaches have led to state. Robin has coached for 25 years, Kate for 11. The Hinton Blackhawks, and for Denver, they got a good one as well. Jamie Johnson, she's coached 10 years, all 10 years at Denver High School. Hit a big milestone this year, earning 250 career victories this season. Denver, how'd they get here? Well, on Tuesday, they swept Wapsie Valley 25-14, 25-17, and 25-11 in the quarterfinals. And then yesterday in the semifinals, Denver took down Grundy Center 3-1. Hinton in the quarterfinals played each other, and understanding maybe hitting the ball as hard as you can isn't always the right decision.
An incredibly long rally, and the swing that ends it is the roll shot in the donut in the middle of the court. So you are exactly right that you can swing away, absolutely bring that power, but don't be afraid to mix it up, try a different shot from your toolbox, catch the defense off guard.
Oh, I like that, the toolbox. You got to have a lot of tools in your toolbox. What do I need to pull out for this job right here? That time the block was pressing over, attacking into it, off the hands, and that's a point.
you think about other sports and having set plays and running those set plays. Volleyball has offensive plays as well, but it's so dictated on whether you can get a pass or not. So being able to adjust and, like we said, mix up your shots is so important. You got to be able to change and make decisions because it might not be the set play that you thought you were going to bring forth.
You can have a plan.
Yep.
But a lot of sports is improv.
Absolutely.
Isn't that life? Pivoting.
We're getting deep here, and it is life. That's right. Have a plan, but be flexible, be able to adjust.
5-3, very early stages here as the sophomore Addison Dunkel to serve for Hinton. She's looking over to see what zone the coach wants her to serve to. Nice placement in the side out.
Bailey Mullahan, number 12, on the outside, getting that kill early here in set 4. So tight. We mentioned for Hinton, number 7, coming back in. They run a 6-2 offense. That means they have 2 setters who set from the back row. And so we see on display here, when you're a back row setter and that ball is tight to the net, it's tough to stay clean and to get up a good set to your teammates. So just different offenses. 6-2 from the Blackhawks, a 5-1 offense with 1 setter from Denver.
Booby, powerful. Another kill. If you're keeping track, how many does Booby have? Well, I'll tell you, 29. Also 10 digs, so she's has a double-double already here. And we're just the early stages of the 4th set of the Class 2A championships. Got multiple different offenses that schools and teams can run in different sports. Really in volleyball, there's 2. The 5-1 where you have 1 setter who's out there all the time and plays all around, and it's her job to be the quarterback to distribute the ball. Service ace, that's a big one, and Denver now widening the gap up by 3.
Denver, similar to the script of previous sets, coming out strong in the beginning, building that lead, but this time they want to sustain it.
I think that's the toughest thing. Denver has had the lead in all 3 sets. You got to find a way to finish Hinton. And I don't know. I don't have an answer. I don't have a solution or if that is even possible with the fight and drive that I've seen out of these Blackhawks here. Great concentration. Anytime you're next to the ladder and the official there, to not run into it and still make the play. Long rally here. Who's going to win this point? Hard fought. A lot of great defensive plays on both sides of the net. And it's going to be a point. Wow. Take a deep breath, right?
The stamina and the physicality that it takes for a long rally like that. I feel like we were over a minute. I don't know how long that was, but just taking a deep breath now to get your bearings, fight on. It's so tough in those long rallies, but amazing defense. So fun to see.
Yeah, we showed you the replay of the last 8 seconds. We couldn't show you the replay of the full 2-minute rally there. 8-6, the Denver Cyclones, last year's state champions, with the lead in a must-win 4th set. Net violation, and it'll be a point and a chance to serve for Channing Johnson, who might be the best setter in the state of Iowa. She is tremendous. Leads all classes in total assists. Named the all-tournament team last year, over 4,400 total. Miscommunication. Might see a timeout here for Hinton. But also, the coaches relying on the student athletes to kind of figure it out themselves to a point. Reaching back, it goes long, and there is the timeout requested by the Hinton coaching staff. Kate Ordegren says, let's regroup here. For the fourth consecutive time, Hinton falls down, a deficit here.
Behind early in set 4. There's been some long rallies, so it's not like the Blackhawks are playing poorly. There's been great defensive effort. Denver able to be patient, being very disciplined to win those long rallies. And now, like we mentioned before, needing to continue on the gas. No let up, right? They've been in this position in the previous sets. They need to finish.
Love seeing fans of all ages coming out from these respective communities to cheer on and support these schools. It's a memory that they'll take with them their entire lives. Not every day you get to go cheer on your school for a state championship. You don't know the next time you'll get to. Denver, 6th straight state tournament appearance. And for Hinton, 5th trip to state finalists back in 2023. Hinton won basketball state title in March. Denver state runners-up in soccer back in June. A lot of good athletes at both these schools.
Denver having success just getting the ball in the middle of the court, right? The perimeter is being covered by the Blackhawks, but that middle, the donut, the campfire, it's wide open, and that's what Denver has been able to attack multiple times, and then getting some bonus points off of errors from the Blackhawks.
A rare miscue there by Bailey Boovy, the 6-foot senior outside hitter. There's 29 kills and 10 digs. And now another miscue. And the largest lead Denver has had this entire night. 8 points. Still feels like a long ways from 25, though. Off the hands. Point for the Blackhawks. Side out.
When you're trying to come back from a deficit, you have to start with 1. And so tooling it off the block there, getting that side out. Unfortunately, not able to stack on points. A first swing, not even swing, right? It's an error.
Yeah.
So getting the ball right back, making it a little too easy for Denver.
8-point advantage and a must-win opportunity here in the Class 2A championships for the Denver Cyclones. Another miscue, and it's just so tough because not sure exactly the trajectory of where that ball's going to go flying.
As a middle, Grace Mullahan here, she goes up, she blocks, and then she has to turn quickly off of that block, and it's coming right at her. So having to do a lot of work as a middle. She tried to tip it over, but just not in the right spot with that left hand.
Another stellar play. Raylan Kempema, a sophomore, another underclassman who will look to take the baton and keep it moving forward. This one will be a redo, as serving it before the whistle was Caitlin Hofling. And that handoff, timing is everything. It's so fast.
Timing between the setter and the middle, very important. And when you have that blind behind your back set, trying to tip it just a little short.
Beautiful block. That is textbook.
Responds well, though, coming off of an error on the attack attempt and then just putting up a strong double block right there. Great job from Grace Mullahan, pressing over, smothering the ball.
Hildebrandt, a strong player for Denver, out there making plays. A 7-point lead for the Denver Cyclones. Denver, the mile-wide city in Bremer County, northeast Iowa, near Waterloo, Cedar Falls, and Waverly. Population about 2,000. An hour and 28 minutes from here. 275 students in grades 9th, 10th, 11th, and 12th grade in the high school. And a timeout, an 8-point lead as we head on down the home stretch here in the fourth set. Let's go inside the Hinton huddle and take a listen in.
What are we going to do with this game? Okay? Yesterday we were down 17-10. Right now it's 18-10. Do you believe in yourselves? Can we side out right now? We're down by 7. We push back one at a time. Okay? We know you can do it. You did it yesterday. Okay? But you have to do it now. Okay? Or we go into set 5. So,
Hey, listen. We got to give everything we got. Remember what I said yesterday. Do not give up on this set, okay? They think they have this set won. Let's tell them who we are and let's put it away on them. Come on.
press it. Know what you have, hitters. Know what you have. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
We appreciate the Hinton coaching staff for letting us put a microphone on so we can let you listen in to the huddle. It's the sights and sounds from the state championships. You got to believe, no matter how far you're down. And, you know, I don't know what Bailey Booby wants to do when she grows up, but I think she might make a darn good coach.
A fantastic leader for her team, giving them encouragement, telling them, hey, I believe in us. I know we can do this. Starts with 1 point. They're going to have to reset and do it next point because these Denver Cyclones, wow, on a roll.
When you're backed into the corner with your back against the wall and you're looking up and saying, if we don't win this, our season's done, that's when you're truly tested. And that's what Denver looked up and realized. If we don't win this fourth set, we do not defend our title, which has been the goal all season long. Leading by 8. Still not finishing the job yet. All right, a couple straight points for Hinton, and this is their rotation they like, Beth.
A great server behind the line. You got Booby in the front row. They're going to need to play some tough defense.
That one went straight down, but it's an attack air sailing out of bounds, forcing her to change and alter her swing. And now Denver, a quick stoppage of play for a volleyball. Big shout out to the volunteer younger girls, ball girls who are helping out, keeping this tournament running smooth all week long. Out of bounds. It's all about momentum. Here's a look at one of those volunteers. Be a sponge, soak it up as dreams and aspirations of one day playing out here. The overpass and a slam dunk. Miley Thurm, 6'1" senior middle hitter.
Straight down. That was on like the 3-foot line. You see the white line? That's the 10-foot line. That went down in like 2 foot, 3 foot, straight down.
And that one from one of the best setters, Chancing Johnson, that no look behind the back tip drop point. The largest lead of this Class 2A championship. You have a feeling Denver's going to win, but what is it going to be by? And right now, Hinton just wants to get some positive momentum going in their favor as this one's going 5, right?
It sure looks like it. 23-13. Blackhawks wanting to show each other that they still have effort and grit within them. Whether that's carrying it to set 5, which seems pretty evident right now. Beautiful block from the Cyclones.
Firm, number 1 on the team in blocks, number 3 in Class 2A in kill efficiency. Might play college basketball or volleyball. You don't need to decide yet, Miley. Focused on winning a state title. Set point for the Denver Cyclones. Hinton with the point there.
Boovie with a sharp cross court. We've seen her all night getting her kills. Mainly from that left pin, just bringing the power.
Addison Dunkel, the sophomore, serving. Attack air. And again, with each point, it's like a balloon. It feels like little momentum leaking out and going toward Hinton. There's a good pass. The set blocked. The Blackhawks standing down ball. Little roll shot. And there is kill number 32. Bailey Boovie, have yourself a night. 32 kills.
Impressive swing, so tight to the net, but she's able to contact high and takes care of it.
Set point again. Backs against the wall. Hinton. No room for air. And a timeout called by Denver.
Credit to Friesen in the middle. Number 8 staying home, staying alert, staying active, blocking the setter dump attempt.
Let's listen in to the Denver huddle.
It would be great if we could just, start with the pass, right? A little more spacing here. A little more spacing here so we can get a pass up to Chan, and then that's going to help all of these guys up front. You're fine. I like what you're doing. Hey, guys, it's game point us. We have a lot of cushion. Is that a great spot to be? Okay. All right. Let's go. You can do it. Girls, I love you. Go make us side out and have fun doing it. It's sending you to step 5. All right? Let's go. Deep breath in. Side out. 1, 2, 3. Side out.
She loves them. She sends that positive vibe. You got the cushion. You worked so hard to get this cushion, right? And on the other side, strategy. Set point. Denver needs just one more point to send this to the 5th set. Not going to get it there. 33 kills.
There were so many touches at the net, blocked, covered, sending it back over, but the kill goes to Boovie.
And it ends in a service there. You got to serve aggressive. What a fun, wild ending. And we are going to have to decide this in the 5th set. If you haven't watched the 5th set in volleyball, I don't even know how to explain it. It's wild. It's shortened. Every point is magnified. It's intense. Oh, and by the way, it's for the state championship. 2 captains are out there right now to decide exactly how it gets possession. And right now, advantage who? Advantage nobody. right?
We're back to square one, 2 sets apiece. We've gone back and forth so many times in this match. 26 tie scores, 13 lead changes. We're anticipating the same thing in the quick sprint that is set 5.
You don't want to miss it right here on Iowa PBS.
Being an Iowan and thinking about Iowa PBS, I think it really allows me to understand more about my state, and that our state is full of a rich culture, various types of landscapes, and a lot of types of events that are fun places to go visit and experience. I would tell somebody considering becoming a member that it's worth it, because Iowa PBS satisfies my curiosity about learning. It brings Iowa to the world as well.
Settled before Iowa was a state, Davenport tells the tale of community, culture, and trade along the banks of the Mississippi River. A variety of architectural movements are preserved in Davenport in structures designed for civic and commercial life. Join Iowa PBS as we explore the arts and the architecture within the historic buildings of Iowa, Davenport.
Coming to Iowa PBS, December 2nd.
A lot on the table. As we enter the 5th set, Denver won the 1st, Hinton won the 2nd and 3rd, Denver won the 4th. Eric Fraley and Beth West. It's loud in here. It's electric in here. I don't know how these student athletes are doing it. The concentration, the poise, they're tired, right?
The environment is incredible. We're going to a 5th set. Now is the time for extra energy, extra focus. It's going to be back and forth.
Let's take a look at some of the highlights from set 3 and set 4. You see some great defensive plays, some powerful setting, the blocks turning into points. The overpass resulting in easy throwdown kills. Some set 4 highlights. Hinton and Denver battling it back and forth. You know, Denver's hitting 167 as a team, Hinton hitting 175. There's a lot of equality, similarities on the stat sheet right now.
So similar from a statistical perspective. You mentioned the hitting percentage. They both have 4 aces. Hinton has 9 blocks to 8 at Denver. It's just all around even play. It's anyone's ball game right here.
Hinton, who has dug a hole early in the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th set, really can't afford to do it here in the 5th, as there's just not as many points to come back from. Denver, they want to jump out to that early lead like they've done, but Hinton gets the first point.
It feels good to get that first point when it's so fast to 15. Serve aggressive, play defense, put up a big block. And if you're Denver, you know that you can put together points.
Well, Hinton did not look strong in that 4th set. But then they finished strong. And we talked about momentum carrying over to the 5th set. It appears that it has. Denver gets on the board. 2-1 our score.
Started with a tough serve, but Denver able to run their offense, hitting off the top of the block. And again, it's going right in the middle. For these Blackhawks needing to play defense first, move forward, pick up that middle ball. Unfortunately, then a hitting error. But Denver's putting up a big block, so these hitters needing to be aware to swing around, swing high.
2-2, big digs, big blocks, serving aggressively, trying to put a service run together. Goes out of bounds. We have some outstanding coaches leading these young student athletes. Last touch by the Blackhawks of Hinton. Beth, between these two schools, only 3 matches were lost all year.
Incredible seasons. The consistency from August until now to put up the records and the performances that they have done. So much to be proud of and wanting one last opportunity here in set 5. They want this title.
Another point for the Cyclones.
As you get a little bit tired in set 5, needing to dig deep as an attacker, still wanting to contact high, right? You don't want to go low into the block, stay high, but it gets tough when you're tired and there's a lot of emotions going.
When you need a point, who do you call?
Boofy on the left pin, hammers it home.
The Boofy kill tracker now tallies up to 35, 4-4. Sophomore Addison Dunkel serves it up. And that one's a tough one to get a good pass on. Right down the line. She's in position, but what a swing.
Bailey Mullahan on the outside. Hammering at line, gets a touch, you're right, but you got to control it into the court. Good pursuit to try to track it down.
A service error, so we've seen a couple of those here early on. Heading into this 5th set, we had 26 ties and 13 lead changes. Right now, we haven't seen either team put together a run here in the 5th set, play to 15, win by 2. That ball dropped. Try to get the hand to slide under it like a pancake. But it hit the court and Denver earns the point.
A very composed swing from Bailey Mullahan on the outside. That set was off the net. She had to adjust her approach and take a good quality swing, even though it wasn't a perfect set.
Absolutely love the defensive plays. From good ups in the back row to blocks at the net. Freshmen making plays. Sophomores stepping up. And juniors and seniors leading the way. Hinton 30-2 overall. The antenna. Ball goes out of bounds. Denver with the point, and in the rotation to serve will be Briley Ackerson, the 5'7" senior DS.
Ackerson has had some fantastic digs in this championship match, bringing a lot of heart into the back court for the Cyclones.
Heart's a pretty big deal in this sport.
It really is. You gotta be aggressive, all-out effort, and that comes from the heart.
Block, sticking with it though. The Blackhawks over the block. Easier said than done. Great rally. All right, in systems Denver here. Little give and go action. And they're going to say in the net. Hinton whistled.
So tough to end on a violation when it's such a long rally and there's been amazing defense on both sides. But again, as you get tired, staying alert, staying disciplined to stay out of the net.
Big celebration as the largest lead of the 5th set grows to 3. And that'll be a timeout. Co-head coaches Robin Moore and Kate Ortegren will use their timeout after this big play and kill by Murch. Here's some of the sights and sounds. The Denver student section all fired up, looking to defend their title. The last time Denver lost, September 27th, to Sumner Fredericksburg. Otherwise, it's been all victories this year. Swept Wapsie Valley in the quarters. 3-1 victory over Grundy Center in the semifinals. Dominant. Dropped just 9 sets all season. Many players on the soccer team that placed second at state in June. They have that championship mentality. And on the other side of the net, Hinton as well. Played for the state title 2 years ago. Won state basketball last March. I'm guessing they'll take a couple days off after today. And then they'll put on the basketball shoes and they'll be the team to beat. And the target on their back again come March. 9-6. Hinton needs a side out badly. They got the block, but it sails out of bounds. It's so hard to direct where the ball goes off that block.
As you're moving to the outside as a blocker, you want to reach for it. That's the inclination. You want to reach, but you want to press over so you don't get too old. It's tough. Blocking is tough.
So Boovy in the back row. This is where Denver's stringing these points together. And now the side out. No, they're going to say touch was called. The ball was tipped by Hinton. Last touch by Hinton. And now it's a 5-point lead for Denver. Just 4 points away from defending their title. Smart to let that ball go whiz right by you.
Good discipline, foot on that line, knew where on the court as a defender so that you can let it go wide. Now starts with an aggressive serve, play some defense. Hinton trying to claw back into this, but they got to go quick.
Blocked and down for the point. 12-7, another great defensive play. Denver battle-tested, won the NICL, arguably the best conference in the state. One time this year, 9 teams from the conference are ranked. So they've been poised for this moment. Final timeout called by Hinton. 12-7, the score. Denver in the driver's seat. Let's go inside the Hinton huddle and listen in.
Pull it. Hey, one pass, side out, rotate. We're going to push a lot of points in the next one, okay? We have to get this point right here, okay? 12-7, and then we just chip away after that. You have to have this one, this point, okay? Dig in, hard, good.
Dig in and then chip away. Cover your hitters. Denver puts up a big block, but just like Coach said, it starts with one. We got to get this one. Focus on the pass, put it away.
Deep breath. So much on the line. The Class 2A championship. The pass, perfect. The set, going with the tip. That was the right call, Beth.
Fantastic combination. What a pass. Brilliant decision to go to the right side, and then the vision and the poise to tip it over the block.
I can't imagine being a freshman in this position. And there's a number of them out there in this spot playing in this match. 13-8 after another cross-court point. And here's now a senior, Hildebrandt. Boovy. 36 kills, 13 digs for the phenomenal. Creighton's getting a good one. Bailey Boovy, the senior outside hitter, keeping her team in this. Powers it through. some way, somehow forces that ball through the block.
Great dig from the Blackhawks to keep it alive and then setting it up on the outside, bringing the heat.
Popped up, that would have hit the ceiling in a lot of high school gyms. Well played, and that brings up match point for the Denver Cyclones. They faced adversity here today, but now they need just 1 point. Booby, replay on. 14-11. Hinton trails just by 3. Population of 935. Plymouth County, far northwest corner of the state. 292 miles away. A 4.5-hour drive. Needing points now. Match point. Denver has it. Down the line and it's in. Denver, for the second consecutive year, is your state champion in Class 2A. Great sportsmanship as the teams shake hands, embrace. Quick look at some replays before we hand out some hardware. The Cyclones improved to 50 wins, only 1 loss. Hinton, 30-3, a remarkable season. Cue the celebration. Well deserved.
Well deserved. Very evenly matched, back and forth.
Fans, please direct your
such
attention
a
to the
fun
court
one.
for the awards presentation.
Volleyball for this 2A championship match, but just a team effort for Denver.
Presenting awards to the 2025 Class 2A All-Tournament team is Executive Director Aaron Gerlich and Board Member Ron Fodness. Here is your Class 2A All-Tournament team for 2025. From Denver, Miley Thurm. From Hinton, Ellie Friesen. From Denver, Bailey Mullahan. From Dyke, New Hartford, Abby Jensen. From Grundy Center, Ryan Brubaker. From Hinton, Bailey Boovy. And your Class 2A All-Tournament Team Captain for 2025. From Denver, Channing Johnson.
Can't say enough positive things about Channing Johnson. 42 assists in this match. She is the quarterback of this team. Congratulations to all the members of the all-tournament team. Again, only one team can win, but all of those individual student athletes well deserving of that individual honor. You see the emotion as we will hand out the championship and state runner-up trophies in just a couple seconds here.
Fans, the Iowa pork producers would like to present the top producer award for the 2A championship match. Presenting the award is Taylor Anderson of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. This year's top producer of the 2A championship match. She had 38 kills. From Hinton, Bailey Boovy.
She'll go on to play Division I volleyball at Creighton out of the Big East. A talented player who can
now for the team
play
awards.
all around.
Fans, introducing your Class 2A runner-up, the Hinton Blackhawks and head coaches Robin Moore and Kate Ortegren. Congratulations. And it was a long season, but they punched their ticket to get here, and now they redeem it this evening as your 2025 Class 2A champions, head coach Jamie Johnson and the Denver Cyclones. And now we'd like to recognize today's Quick Star Star of the Game. For an outstanding performance throughout the championship match and leading your team to victory, complete the 2A bracket, Channing Johnson. Denver fans, you're welcome to meet your team in the winner's circle.
Congratulations to Denver. They are your Class 2A champion. That was a fun one. We're a little behind schedule. Class 1A was set to start at 1. We'll take a bit of a break and have Janesville and St. Ansgar right here on Iowa PBS. Be back for that soon.
Funding provided by Fareway Meat and Grocery. For more than 80 years, Fareway has been proud to be an active part of the communities we serve. Learn more at fareway.com. And by
Musco Lighting is honored to support Iowa PBS. We're an Iowa company that lights local schools, community fields, and stadiums, arenas, and venues in more than 125 countries. While our reach is global, our commitment is local.
With our Iowa roots and Midwestern values, Farmers Mutual Hail is committed to offering innovative farm insurance for America's farmers, just as we have for 6 generations. Farmers Mutual Hail, America's crop insurance company.